Hey, everybody. So I follow certain people on certain social media platforms, and I don't follow them on other social media platforms. Maybe you do too. And today, let me break down. I'm not talking about government, which I kind of am, kind of, and you'll see how I'm going to talk about this in a minute. I'm not talking about any of this stuff. What I'm talking about is breaking down real womanhood. Okay. What is real womanhood? Well, real womanhood is it's a huge circle, okay, of of information. And I just want to get on here and enlighten everybody about real food and real world consequences of what happens when we start talking about these subjects, okay? So, uh, I'm not here to discuss, you know, any of the parties of the United States that make up, who we vote for and stuff like that. Not going to do any of that. But uh, Marjorie Taylor Greene's daughter, Miss Lauren, came on and said, "Hey, you should use this product called Moon Brew. I've never had it. I've never tried it, and yes, this is me. This is me and my lovely. This is me and my lovely. This is me and my lovely, lovely, lovely hair that we just love so much, because it's just driving me crazy here." And she came on and she said, "Hey, why don't you try this out?" And it's a hot chocolate. What's wrong with hot chocolate, everybody, at night to go to bed? Oh, chocolate has caffeine in it. So, if you're drinking hot chocolate with caffeine in it, then you're super nullifying all the other ingredients that are in this, okay? And so I went on Grok. Hello, Grok. We love Grok, by the way, everybody. Grok is the best. Everybody can use it for free. It's called grok.com, and you can type in any questions you want, and it will do the very best that it can to give you the best answer. Okay? So I went on Grok and I said, "Grok, what exactly is in the list of ingredients for this product, for this hot chocolate?" And then I asked, "Okay, is this product organic?" And Grok said, "No, it isn't organic." And I said, "Okay, Grok, what happens if you take all of these ingredients that are in this product and you put them in hot water and they have chemical residues, pesticide residues, herbicide residues, and glyphosate?" Okay, so what are we talking about here? Okay, so in the industrial, hello, everybody, in the industrial food complex, the if, it's the if, they, in order for them to build at volume and to gain money for what they do on their land, they use chemicals, they use herbicides, they use pesticides, and they use glyphosate, which is a very fancy word for Monsanto's Roundup Ready. So Roundup is a weed killer, which a lot of the times, everybody that thinks weeds are like not your friend, weeds are definitely your friends. Actually, if you want to just go ahead and just go ask Google that question and just talk about dandelions and how good dandelions are for you. But what happens if you take this ingredient and you put it into hot water? Hmm. Okay, here we go. Potential contaminants and their behavior when heated in hot water. Herbicides and pesticides. Conventional farming might use synthetic pesticides and herbicides, atrazine and 2,4-D. Don't ask me what that is because I have no idea. I'll go look it up and I'll tell you what it is later. To control weeds and pests. Many pesticides and herbicides are chemically stable at the temperatures used for hot water. However, some break down or volatilize when heated. They get volatile. Okay. Volatile compounds. Certain pesticides can evaporate into the air when heated, potentially reducing residue levels in the drink, but releasing them into the environment. Heat can degrade some compounds into byproducts. For instance, heating atrazine can produce dealkylated metabolites, which may retain toxicity. Leaching. Oh, hi, ready? Water soluble residues can dissolve into the hot water, increasing their concentration in the final drink. Glyphosate, a widely used herbicide, show it degrades slowly under environmental conditions, which degradation pathways, producing AMPA. There's a huge word that I'm not going to try to pronounce, but it's an acid or glycine. Heating to 100 degrees Celsius or boiling water doesn't fully break it down, but can accelerate partial degradation. Glyphosate is water soluble, so heating it with hot water would likely extract more of it in the liquid, especially if present on the powder's surface. Byproducts. At higher temperatures, glyphosate might form AMP. Might form. No, try again. It does form. Which is persistent and potentially more toxic to humans, linked to, oh, wait for it, kidney and liver damage in studies. Why is this important? I'll tell you why it's important in just a second. When heated with hot water, the active ingredients in moon brew, which is magnesium, okay, great for you. L-theanine, great for you. Chamomile, great for you, are generally designed to dissolve and remain bioactive. L-tryptophan, herbal extracts like chamomile, jujube, and reishi. These contain bioactive compounds, which have flavonoids, which are good for you, and polysaccharides that are heat sensitive to varying degrees. Heating might reduce potency slightly, but contaminants like pesticides could also leach out, potentially interacting with these compounds. Cocoa and flavorings. Cocoa powder might release pesticide residues into the water, and heating could enhance this extraction. Potential health impacts. Okay, increased exposure. Heating extracts contaminants into the drink, raising the ingested dose compared to consuming the dry powder. For example, a study on glyphosate notes that water extraction can concentrate residues. So they're saying that if you eat glyphosate, that's one thing. But if you heat it up in water and you put a powder of it that has residues of it in water, it gets more concentrated that you're having at bedtime. What's the most important thing about bedtime, everybody? Bedtime is when your brain shuts off and your body does all of its major healing. And you're giving this to yourself. at bedtime. The European Food Safety Authority sets maximum residue limits for pesticides for processed foods, but exceeding these through heating isn't well studied for individual servings. Toxicity. Low levels of residues are unlikely to cause immediate harm but could irritate the stomach or nervous system, counteracting the sleep benefits of moon brew. Chronic effects, long term ingestion of glyphosate or pesticide byproducts, the AMPA, which is really dangerous, is linked to what? Oh, endocrine disruption. Oh, what's endocrines, everybody? Oh, your endocrine system is your hormonal system. What's your hormonal system in womanhood? Oh, it's everything. Hi, it's everything. Whether you choose, whether you choose to have children or not, maybe you choose not to do that. Maybe you can't do that. Maybe your body will not do that. Maybe your body is having a hard time, getting pregnant and or you just don't want to and you're choosing not to and huzzas, because we live in this beautiful amazing land that lets you make choices, everybody. You get to make choices. So what I'm trying to do and I'm trying to show you is that you need to make an informed decision about what you eat and what you drink because you are what you eat and drink. That's what you are. You are the sum total of what you're eating and what you're drinking throughout the day, the products you put on your body. The reason I don't wear makeup is because makeup really irritates my face and it really irritates my skin and it really bugs the crap out of me. And so I choose on purpose not to wear makeup and to be all natural as best as I can. And like there's lots of conditions out there that what you put onto your skin, which is the biggest organ you have in your body, is directly affecting your endocrine system, which is a fancy term for hormones. Oh, what are the hormones that lead all of womanhood and lead to very serious conditions when you hit menopause or you start going through the transition of menopause? And even after you pass through menopause, it still affects you. Like all of the stuff I'm still talking about still affects you if you've gone through the change of life. Let's keep reading. Is linked to endocrine disruption, liver damage. Why is the liver and the kidney important? The liver is your filter. Imagine if you're outside in the woods and you have to drink and you have to drink water. You don't want to just drink straight water that comes out of there. You need to make a filtering system, okay? Well, you can make a filtering system. You can make a funnel. You put these big rocks, like big-ish rocks in the bottom of your filter, and then you put smaller rocks on top of it, and then you put grass on top of that, and then you put dirt on top of that, and then you put like sand or whatever, that whatever is on the earth, and then you collect the water, and as it sieves through all the stuff, it actually cleans your water out. Well, your liver and your kidney are your filtering systems in your body, and they work really hard. And when you're slamming them with alcohol, with medications, with the things that you put onto your skin, because they deal with those, with the things that you are eating and the things that you're drinking, your hormones go through the liver and the kidneys as well. They get filtered by the liver and the kidneys. So all of these things go through a filtering process through your liver and your kidneys and are excreted when you go use the bathroom. Okay? That's what happens. And so if you get liver damage, which hello to alcohol, okay? I know everybody thinks, alcohol is so great. Alcohol is super duper 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 not your friend, especially if you're doing all these other things on here that we talk about, right? If you're putting products on your skin that are toxic and your body doesn't like them, your liver has to deal with it. If you're eating food that your body doesn't like, and you have to deal with all the chemicals and the pesticides and the herbicides and the glyphosate on top of it, your body really doesn't like it. And so you have to decide, okay, of these 5 things, what are the things that are most important to me? Do I want to live a long, beautiful, hormonally balanced natural life? Because you do not want to be one extreme or the other extreme. You want to be right here in the middle, called homeostasis. Mhm. You want to be balanced. You don't want to be one extreme or the other, everybody. But if you're eating and drinking things and you're not paying attention, and this Moon Brew touts things that says, "Oh, look, hey, these are all great ingredients." You're right, they are. But where did you get them? Where did you source them? Does the farmer that you sourced this product from, and you're buying it in mass quantities and you're paying money for it, thinking, "Oh, this is so great for me. It's got 14 superfoods." They label it on purpose and say, "Oh, we've got 14 superfoods in here." Okay, well. We just think we are just so special. Yes, I'm going to turn into the church lady for half an hour in a second for all of these companies that go on here and tout, "Oh, we're all natural and we've got 14 superfoods in here and it's all great." No, it isn't. Because unless you're growing it yourself as a company on your farm and you're not using herbicides, you're not using pesticides, you're not using glyphosate, then none of that matters. What you're doing and touting is called mislabeling. And you're not telling people what the effect is. Because when you have glyphosate, it breaks down and it gets worse. That's the thing that they don't tell you. And so, again, we're coming back here and we're like, "Hi, everyone." And that is why, if you get rid of all the crap that is out there and you just ate real foods with one ingredient and you combine them together, you are going to be, as a female, as an adult female person, and even if you're not an adult, if you're just a young lady, if you eat this way, you are going to be, I mean, heads and tails 200% better than most of the female society. The reason that we attract weight is because our bodies are saying, "I can't deal with all of the poisons that are in these ingredients that are messing with your what? Oh, your hormonal system." Because hormones are everything. If they're too low or if they're too high, you don't want either one. And I'm going to get on here tomorrow and I'm going to talk about, I got a really great test, and it's worth a lot of money and it costs a lot of money, but boys and girls, let me tell you, it's totally worth it, and it's like super helped. And when we talk about products and we talk about ingredients and things like that, this is really, it's really going to be really, I mean, a game changer, really. If if you don't want to, if you don't want to go see a doc all the time, like every day and stuff like that. And it's health, it's health savings account. So you can use that HSA and FSA to pay for it, which is really great because it's really like I would seriously look into that. Like if you've got an insurance plan or whatever it is that you've got, just I'll tell you about it tomorrow. I'll tease you with it. But it really has helped me figure out, oh, where are my hormones right now? Every day in the mornings. So I'm going to wrap this up, but I just wanted to come on here and I want to talk about that beautiful thing called labels. And no, I'm not talking about your clothing label, although you should talk about your clothing labels too, because what you wear also directly affects your hormonal system. We're talking about all the labels today. In the magical world of sparkles and rainbows. So, thanks for coming on. If you watch this and we get to talk about those beautiful, beautiful, wonderful, amazing things called ingredients and labels, and what does this mean when we start eating these? And if you have any questions, feel free to comment or to put something on here and say, hey, what's this ingredient? And I'll tell you what it is. By the way, there's another website that I will highly recommend. It's called the Environmental Working Group, EWG.org. And you can look up the labels for yourself and find out what this pesky ingredient is. And you're like, I can't even pronounce this. Like, what the heck is this? And you're like, I don't know. So I'm going to sign off for right now. And I appreciate you guys coming on. We'll see you guys next time.